Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of JuCTalk. It's Wind Down Wednesday, y'all, with your host, Juicy, and my homegirl, Tosh Beats. What's up, Tosh Beats? How you feeling tonight?
I am feeling good tonight. I have to say, the snow is leaving us, and I'm ready to go back outside. I do not like cold weather. I don't know why I live in Northeast Ohio. I say this every time it snows, and there we have it.
I feel you. I feel you. So same here. I'm excited to be off work. I took a little bit of time off, and I am excited to just my kids about to get out of school for their winter break.
Mm-hmm.
So just chilling. So this weekend, I hung out with some girlfriends of mine, and we had like a little get together. It's always cool when you can hang with your friends and hang out. So we all got together, and I got this little pretty wine glass that she gave me, and I'm gonna show everybody.
Ooh,
It says Merry Christmas on it, and it has my name.
that's
It's,
nice.
it's spelt wrong, but that's okay. The intentions were pure. I don't have hell in my name. See, that's hell. But I love it. So, what about you? What you sipping on tonight? So I'm just having some wine. I'm not gonna really. I'm just sipping some wine that I had from last week.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. This week, I don't know how to. I got a new mixer, and I have no idea how to work it. So just bear with me 1 second. Okay, can y'all hear me good? Can you hear me good?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, so I've been doing the Aldi's thing.
Yes.
My wine this week from Aldi's. Can you see that? I don't know. It's bright.
Move it over some, like block it, cause the light.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, or some. Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay. It's winkling out
Okay.
a word I can't pronounce. Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah. So
Mm.
I'm gonna try this. And what will we pair this white wine with? Like a
What does it say on the back? Typically, it say like white wine goes with good with chicken and fish.
seafood, light pasta.
Seafood.
Toast.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
I
it's
like
just dry
that.
wine. Light body. So we're gonna try this. I hope I like it. I hope I like it. I like sweet wines, but I said, let me.
Yeah, that's more of a drier wine. I like dry. This is what I'm drinking now. It's kind of like semi-sweet. It's not too bad.
I'm gonna feel sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes. So
I hate it. But let's go.
it's a lot. You hate it?
Uh-huh.
What you hate about it? Tell me. What's the alcohol percentage on it?
Let me see. The alcohol percentage is 12%.
Okay, that's good. That's
Mm-hmm.
gonna have you right by the end of the show. You're gonna be right by the end of the show. Touch me, say, hey.
I mean, I need some sugar in here. We're gonna put some Splendid.
So not no Splenda. Stop it. You have to learn how to. Actually, I went to a wine pairing. I used to be like a member of the Key Club, right? And so when I was a member of the Key Club, they used to have like these wine pairings. It was first of all, I don't even know if the Key Club still exists, but it was like a beautiful thing to be a part of. It was like being a part of a country club, so it was really nice, right? But one of the things they used to have these pairings,
Mhm.
and when you go to pairings, you find out that different foods really do bring out the flavor in the wine. It really does.
Well, maybe I need a piece of chicken.
Or some pasta or cheese and
Like,
crackers, some fruit.
yeah, maybe I need that because no, ma'am.
Okay, so we got a lot to cover today.
We do.
There's a lot going on. I want to present something, and I'm going to see. Just bear with me for a minute. I have to share my screen so that I can pull this up because this is something that's been going on that we've been all talking about. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Go ahead and share it.
Okay. I'm trying to share it now. Hold on.
Did I take the comments off? There they go. Do you see? Let me check the social media. Why everybody coming in? Why you doing that? I'm gonna check.
Okay. All right. So, can you see it now?
I see it.
Okay. So, I just want everybody to see this video that has been driving me crazy. Now, for you guys, what you're watching is the video of Jonathan Majors, right? Who was in Creed, which was like a really good movie, and you see him getting out the car. His girlfriend is following him out the car. You see he looks like he's trying to get away from her. She like pulls him, he tries to yank away from her. She's trying to grab him. And then you see him proceed to like he it looks like picks her up and sits her back down in the car, and he's trying to like get away. Like, and she's like trying to grab at him, and she jumps out the car behind him, and she's following him, and she's pulling on his arm. He's trying to run away. And like he's trying to yank away, she's trying to hold him. And then for like the next couple minutes, you're gonna see him like just run, which is crazy to me, right? Now you look. Now from this video, in my opinion, it looks like he's trying to get away.
That's what it looks like to me.
Mm-hmm. She almost gets like hit by a car. It's quite a distance between them. And we just keep watching. And you see her, she's so now we getting another camera. He's still running. He's running all the way to Megan Good house.
Got that good.
Right. And so now she's walking.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't look hurt. She doesn't look battered. And I mean, as a woman, if I feel so now she sees her tribe. Now y'all see she didn't look like she was choked or hit or beat up or anything like that. And now she's upset. She's crying. And it looks like, her tribe is calling the police. You see him walk past. They're trying to like protect her. He's just walking away. She like, it looks like she wants his attention. He won't talk to her. And it looks like he's walking away. And then she's coming behind him again. So I didn't even see this part.
I didn't see that part. What they saying?
It's no sound.
Oh.
It looks like he gets. I don't know. It's no sound. So, but this was what was released. I don't know if she's video. I don't know if this is somebody else. Now I don't know. Is this a body cam or what?
It's a phone. It has to be a
It's
phone.
a phone. Okay.
Oh, that's a nice apartment.
No, it's a police officer. I seen him in the mirror.
Okay.
So it looked like he's getting his blanket or whatever. This is the police body cam now. There's no sound.
They got a nice apartment.
So now she's on the floor. Now I don't know how she got to the floor. And this looks like this was March 25th. I don't know what to feel about this.
I can't even do it. Like, I can't even do it. And I know that's horrible. I can't do it. I can't even do it.
So
No, I can't do it.
I had to play the video, right? Because it has to be in context. I want people to be able to see. So, for you guys that don't know, he was just convicted of what was it?
Assault.
Aggravated like assault. Or
Yes.
he was no, it wasn't aggravated. It was just like assault. And it was like a lesser crime. He was accused of like choking her out, and she said she was strangled by him and all these different things, right? I don't know what's true or not, but from the video that was shown and what people are saying and the feedback that I'm getting, and put in the chats what you think about it, right? Because it appears to me that this man was running away from a bad situation and that he actually was trying to prevent a major incident from occurring,
Right.
right?
Yep.
But yet and still, with him showing that he's running away, the court. So I pulled up, let's see if I can pull this up. Because it is another.
I just don't like this whole situation.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it. And it's just so many ways to go here. We can go with the you shouldn't have blah blah blah. You I mean, I don't know. It's so many tropes. I'm just saying
I agree with you. I feel like it's a lot of different ways that we could look at this situation.
and I think we are all of us, I think as a group we are just like all over the place. We
Yeah,
don't like cuz it didn't have to happen.
it didn't. So I'm gonna present something else to you guys because I want you guys to see this part as well.
Marvel dropped him. I'm not watching Marvel anymore.
I don't know if I feel like he should have been
Because there's other celebrities that have done worse and still have movie deals.
So tell me if can you guys see this right here? Can you see my screen or no?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So I want to know if you can see this article that I'm pulling up. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So it is clear that the jury, so this is what the 6-person jury believe Majors recklessly assaulted Jabari, but it was unintentional. So the jury felt like him pulling away from her somehow was unintentional, but it was still assault, right? Or him picking her up and putting her in a car, that was still some type of assault. His lawyer, Priya, basically, it's clear that the jury did not believe Gray's story of what happened in the SUV because they found that Mr. Majors did not intentionally cause any injuries to her. We are grateful for that. We are disappointed, however, that despite not believing Miss Jabari, the jury nevertheless found that Mr. Majors was somehow reckless while she was attacking him. The charges were based on an alleged fight that occurred between the two in March while they were in the back seat of a hired car, right? Mm-hmm. So what's not on here, right, is that the guy who was actually driving the car at the time, the driver, said that he could not see what happened because he was facing forward. But from what he heard, he felt like she was the aggressor. He testified in court to that, right? And I just feel like this is the part that doesn't sit well with me with this situation, right? Is the fact that they said that he unintentionally hurt her, but yet and still they convicted him of a crime.
Unintentional.
Make it make sense. How do you unintentionally hurt somebody who's attacking you, but yet and still you're held accountable for it? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. So that bothers me about this whole situation. And it's another component too. So also in that same article, it was talking about how he was in court. Mm-hmm. And I mean, a lot of people might not like what I'm going to say behind this, but they were saying like he was in court and that Megan Good was supporting him the whole entire time. He was in court and that she was by his side. And when he was convicted, you know, everybody know who Megan Good is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So She was by his side. She was with him. He walked out of court with her. They've been like reporting that she's been, seen holding his hand, being a support to him. And I just feel like, and I may be wrong, but why is it that when Black men get in situations that cause them issues and problems, then they run to a sister to save them?
Good question. Good question. Good, good, good. No pun intended. Good question.
Why would you even be in this situation if you was dating a sister?
I don't know. I don't think because there's no way to tell. No, I don't think so. But I mean, that's my opinion on it. The I just think people should pay attention to history. And I'm not saying it in a I'm just you need to pay attention to history. History shows us A B C D E.
I agree. And I'm just saying, like, as a Black woman, not saying, first of all, let me just first say that I am not condoning any form type of domestic violence. People should learn how to keep their hands to themselves. You should not put your hands on a woman. It's just ridiculous. But I also feel like women shouldn't put their hands on men. Like, I feel like you should keep your hands to yourself. Like, and if you can't have enough emotional intelligence or control of yourself enough that you keep your hands to yourself, that's a real major issue that's bigger than the situation at hand. But so I'm not going to say that it's okay for him to put his hands on somebody because she hit him. I'm not in agreement with that, right?
No, at all. We do not.
But I am also, though, it just from the video, it's real damaging, and I just don't know. And even with the jury coming back and discussing with the prosecutor and the his lawyer, how they felt about, they didn't believe her story, but they felt like he unintentionally hurt her and still is charging him with a crime up to a year in prison and a $2,500 fine. I just feel like this is a very familiar story.
Like I said, history. You need to pay attention, especially as African American people. We need to pay attention to history and how history has treated us in the past. What to do and what not to do. No way, in shape, or form saying you can date whatever you want, whoever you want. But you need to pay attention to things of the past. That's how we learn. We learn from the past. And why repeat it? I'm gonna say it like that because I'm not gonna say, well, yeah, I'm gonna say it just like that. You should know what has happened over the years time. And another thing is, if you're in a career, a career. He was about to blow.
Blow
His
up.
career was about to be on fire. I mean,
Hmm.
he was the deal. He was gonna have multiple sequels, that movies, Netflix, all this stuff. He was doing his thing. Did he
He
not?
was.
You know what I'm saying? Well, and what I'm leading to is two ways that he involved himself in a historical known situation that you just shouldn't. Number two, all this stuff that's coming out now with celebrities getting uh taking,
Charged.
yeah, doing things with each other that they're not supposed to, and other celebrities coming out reporting sexual advances, unwanted sexual advances from people in Hollywood. All these things, it makes you wonder what what's really going on. But basically, we this is some Matrix stuff too. You don't know what's going on because we had what
Mhm.
Christian Keys come out with something. We don't
Yeah.
know if he was in a situation like this and he got set up. We don't know.
Yeah.
Did you pay your Illuminati fee for that month? I don't know.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
don't know nowadays. We don't.
Well, I know when Johnny Depp was on the stand, that Gemini wasn't letting it go down.
You could have got Johnny Depp's lawyer.
He should have hired Johnny Depp lawyer, because I'm telling you, he was like, it ain't going down. That's the first time in history I see somebody really, but that's Gemini behavior. I digress. But you know, um, That's crazy to me. I just find that to be so crazy, and I just the most ridiculous part to me is that here comes, you know, Megan Good as his support, and maybe they just really good friends. I'm not assuming that they're dating or anything like that. I don't know what their business is, and maybe they're just really good friends. However,
Mhm.
you find yourself in this serious situation where you're basically being accused of this crime that you feel like, we don't know for sure what happened, but allegedly at the time he had not committed. And now you're in a whole situation that has cost you so much, but you run to a sister. Like, where was she at during all this time? Where was your advice? Where was your listening? Why weren't you listening to her back then? Like,
And what did Lori say
where
right
was
here?
she?
Why are we so ready to accept them? Did you see that? Speaking of that, did you see that um interview with Jeezy and Nia Long
I've
after he
seen
filed
I've
for
seen a little
the interview?
snippet of it. Talk about it.
And they were after he's filed for divorce from, I forget her name, his wife. She's of Asian.
Jenny,
Yeah.
Jenny May.
And then he sat down with an interview with Nia, and they just had this. It was actually a really good conversation, and the way they were interacting was just like, hmm. And people were in the comments saying, well, maybe he should have just stayed true, whatever. Not true, because I don't say not true. He should have just stayed with his own kind. But it makes you wonder. It makes me.
So I had this Facebook page post that I posted, and we were talking about relationships. And one of the things that was like really interesting to me is it was a male that came on, and he was, of a different ethnicity, and he was making comments about, black and women relationships. And I kind of just told him, I was like, he was asking me questions. He wasn't being rude, or, he was just really asking for information, because he said in his culture, he basically found that, you know, I'm just going to say it was white women, that he found that they were they belittled them and talked down to them.
Oh.
And that he found, like, like in his experience, he was saying he was married for 29 years or so, and that his wife basically, belittled him the whole time, right? And I have seen, you know friends of mine, people that I know that are, Caucasian couples, where I feel like the woman really talks down to this man in a way that, black women, we just typically don't, at least not in public,
Mhm.
right? So, and because I'm not going to say that it's not exceptions to the rules, right? But and I just was explaining to him, like, I can't even really answer that question for you that he was asking me, because culturally our differences, what we experience is so different. Like, at the end of the day, um the experience of how I experience the world through, as an African American woman, is similar to the way that a black male would experience the world through his lens and eyes. Like, we're both marginalized, we're both, kicked down a lot of times, mistreated by the society standards, and, like, it's just the truth of the matter. So even with that being said, yes, I was sharing with him that we may have our own internal issues, but as a black woman, I would never discuss our personal issues with somebody of a different race, because you can't understand what we've been through. And at the end of the day, we're going to come to the black man's aid. Like, no matter what happens, we're going to still come to a black man's aid.
But they don't do
We
that
may,
they don't do that for us.
they don't, but we do it for them.
They go hard. They go in on Serena, and I be feeling bad. Them comments they take because she married somebody of a different race. And I don't want to make it seem like you shouldn't do that. You should. I mean, you can marry who you want. You can love who you
I
want.
agree.
But For if you are trying to be in society, if you're in Hollywood and you're doing all this stuff and eyes are on you, I'm gonna be 100. You need to look at history, and it's just is what it is. Maybe you can want to do these things, but it's probably not in your best interest because of what has happened in the past.
Yeah. And I just feel like for like I was sharing with this person that, as a African American woman, it's impossible. I may get angry with the black man. I might be upset with the black man. I may get frustrated with him. But because they came from us, because like I don't care, a woman can have the mindset that she is angry, upset, bitter with a black man. In a minute that she gives birth to a black son, she's gonna love him. And so I just feel like because black men come from us, like we don't have the real ability to stay mad, and we always do come to their aid.
We do. That's in our nature, though.
It's in our nature. It's the nurturing part of our nature.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna
it's
need
like, when do we get, y'all return the favor sometimes.
to do that.
You feel what I'm saying?
You know what? And I hate to say this, and this is a statistic that my brothers are the ones most likely to date outside their race are African American males. That's a statistic. You can Google it. People can Google it.
That's true.
But why is that? It doesn't matter. I don't. You know.
I have a lot of reasons for that. I think that there's a lot of reasons. I think that a lot of times I think that men feel like it's a
Thank
certain amount.
you, Shay. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate that, Coach Shay. Um, I think a lot of times it's just a matter of feeling like, and we talked about this previously about, like, a lot of black men feel like if they achieve enough success, that they attract a white woman, that they have leveled up in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So I
and
think
I'm not saying that this applies to everybody, because I think that some people just organically fall in love. So I'm not basing this on everybody, but I do think that some men, especially men who say, I'll never date a black woman because she's too strong, she's too aggressive, she's too this. I think a lot of times it's just that you're not strong
well,
enough.
that could be a reason. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But if it's so simple, like if you don't like us wearing bonnets, just say that. You ain't gotta go date somebody else. Just babe, I don't like your bonnet.
I
I'm
don't think it's as simple as a bonnet.
I'm just saying, like, you don't gotta do all that. But they do feel like maybe they do feel like they gotta. You think they're leveling up or something?
Yeah, or a certain amount of acceptance into societal norms. Like when you have access to somebody outside your race, it may very well open up certain doors. It's something different for men. You know what?
Jewish people don't do it.
They
Not too
don't.
many. I mean, the majority those cultures, Asian cultures, they keep Indian cultures, they tend to stay with their own. I think it's just our brothers that do that the most.
So
And
I
they
am putting in the chat,
really.
I am adding our link so that if you want to come on, you want to share your comment, you have something to say, that you can.
Mhm.
Um, so I see Goshay says it's like a different flavor of ice cream.
Okay, y'all gonna keep it up. You gonna be lactose intolerant.
I mean, actually, milk is not good for African American people. They can't digest it properly.
After a certain age, yep, it make
It's
us all get
cows, it's cow baby milk.
it is. And we're
No
not
baby
baby
cow milk.
we're not baby cows. But we like we're not baby cows. My name is not Daisy.
So I don't know. I just feel like, and this is a really sensitive subject, I think, for a lot of black women, because I feel like a lot of times we're not we're not given the same type of respect that we desire. And I think that we just as women, we just want to be respected by the black man. Like life is enough. What we go through, what
Yeah.
we experience as black women is enough. Like we really do need the support and desire the support because nobody else can understand the plight of a black man or the plight of a black woman like each other. Like
Yeah.
we understand what we're going through.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that from another race. They have not shared the same experience. So
No.
that's why there's this loyalty that
They don't care
you
about.
can't shake. It's a loyalty that we can't shake, you know?
Like we in the same room full of other people, and we can give each other that heads up, and we know what it is.
That's true. Or walking down the street, or we in an environment where you only see us and we like, what's up? What's up?
We understand that. You can interpret that.
Like, I'm here. You here? We here together. If it go down, you know what time it is.
Make
I
sure
do
while you
agree
watch
with
this,
you.
make sure you share. Everybody share the video. Hit the
Yeah.
like button. That helps her algorithm. It helps us grow. Make sure you share. Like also, before we go to the next subject, we do have something big going on this weekend.
Yes, we too.
Ooh,
Yes. I'm going to roll the clip.
they do play us to the left, Laura. You're right.
They do. What you gonna do about that, though? That's what matters. What we gonna do? I'm about to play the clip.
Hey, yo, Tosh Beats. Let's get them.
I feel like falling in love. I'm in the mood to fuck something up. I need some drink in my cup. Hey, I'm in the mood to fuck something up. I wanna go missing. I need a prescription. I wanna go higher. Can I sit on top of you? I wanna go where nobody's been. Where nobody's been. Have you ever had fun like this? Oh, we gon' fuck up the night.
This is a Menace DJs exclusive.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm so ready for
know.
Menace DJ's Christmas party.
Hey.
Hey. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited about the red carpet. I'm excited about we gonna stream live on the red carpet. It's gonna be like an epic event, and I hope you got your tickets. Because if you don't, you're gonna miss it, and
You
that's not cool. But you can always pay at the door. But it is inflation at the door. It's still time to get your tickets, and you should, because we're gonna be in there. It's at the Mediterranean. It's good parking there, y'all. It's safe.
Yep.
It's safe, happy, fun. Get fly, put on your gear, look sexy. Bring your girl, bring your guy.
You don't want to be that person and be like, dang, I wish I would have went. I wish I would have went.
Y'all ain't hear about it? Oh man.
I'm about to
Who got
turn.
their tickets? Who got their tickets? Go Shay, you got your ticket. You gonna be there? Go Shay, you in the place. You DJing? We got a lot going on. So back to what we were saying. Lori said there's a double standard. They play us to the left consistently. They can't wait to date someone other than a black woman and get props from all their friends for it. I don't even have nothing to say to that.
I don't know.
But that is a, but because it's like, where's the lie? And I think that's why so many women feel like so many women are choosing to be single because of situations like this, you know?
And some of them we want to go.
Boo.
There's some of it. Y'all can go. Some of y'all run along. I'm just keeping it 100. And some of them, they need to go because they trip. They just belittle black women. Some of them belittle black women. Stuff they like, black women like. Some of them like to wear weave. Some of them like to wear other stuff that they just belittle. So just go on over there if that's how you feel, because people can wear what they want.
Yes, indeed. So I posted on my Facebook page. That's so funny that you say that. So I had like this. I posted this on my Facebook page, this topic about relationships, because I'm always talking about it. And I was just talking about how stop letting the post was stop letting these men determine if you're wifey material when they weren't even raised by wives, right? It was somebody else's post that she posted, and I shared it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think it was that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was like, okay, like I didn't think that I would get so
Damn, they went
many.
viral with that. I saw that.
Yeah, it went ham, right? It damn near went viral. And it was so many men that were angry. And I just did not get it. Like, why were they were Lori, if you follow me on Facebook, please like and subscribe, my Shell BB. If you're on my Facebook page and you was like, Lori, they were so angry and livid and mad. And I'm just like, why was you mad, boo? Was you raised? Because I just feel like, and it's not so much that I was being judgmental about it or that the post was even being judgmental, but I just feel like as women, we're judged so much, but what are you judging me against? Like,
Pretty
what are
much.
you judging me against? Okay, you're saying that a woman is not wife material, right? But you were raised by a single mom who wasn't a wife either. So how do you know
What
what
is
a wife look like?
it's a lot of I noticed that most of the men that say stuff like that are like religious men, like super religious. What's the other word? And misogynist. They kind of say stuff
Mm,
like that, but it's and it's unfortunate that they do that. It's a group called the red pill, and they're like really hard on women. All women, no matter what color you are, no matter your culture, they hard on women, and they tend to make comments like that about what a wife material what wifey should be like, and the stand. I mean, it's a total double standard, but we have to be totally in shape. We have to be submissive. However, they can be 350 pounds,
sure,
receding hairline,
sure,
um, you know what I'm saying, sleep apnea, and
sure.
they can say all these things about us, but we have to be quiet.
Hold up. You're not even material. How dare you? How dare you be even concerned with who is wifey material when you're not husband material? I think that's the issue. Like, worry about yourself. Like, I feel like if everyone paid attention to what they should be doing for their lives, like, so if you worked on being the best you could be,
Mhm.
then you would attract what it is that you really want and desire in your life. I think a lot of times what happens is that people are so busy pointing the finger that they're not looking at the other three that's pointing back at them, and they're not even examining themselves and what you bring to the table.
Right.
What do
That's
you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying?
it could be a double standard too, because like they said, some women weren't raised by husbands, you know what I'm saying? They say the same thing.
But we not the ones judging. And I'm just saying, like, if you want somebody to share the responsibilities with you, because when you look at it in in its totality, when a woman gets married, a lot of times she goes to work just like the husband. She's bringing her income to the household just like the husband, because in today's reality, in today's world, it really does take two incomes to make a household work. We know that. So she's helping you with your shared responsibilities. But when he comes home, he sits down on the couch and he wants to be catered to like he is King Dingaling. And she, on the other hand, is running around taking care of kids, washing clothes, cleaning up, cooking dinner, bringing plates, and then, after he's rested, from the time he got off of work until it's time to go to bed, now he wants you to be a porn star.
And it's not yeah. And we wanna say that it's not all men that do that. We're not men
Absolutely not.
bashing because the majority of men don't do that, but the ones that do make it bad for the rest. I'm trying
And I think it goes like it's like that across the board for both. Like for women too. It's women that make it bad for men, and it's men that make it, bad as well. It's women that make it bad for other women, and it's men who make it bad for other men. And that's not the majority, but it's a lot. Just as far as like the shared responsibility of it all.
Right. Oh, with Lori. Okay.
So that is true sometimes. That is true. So I want to talk about this other subject real quick, and we don't have much time left, but I definitely want to talk about this. So I don't know if you guys heard about it, but it was a lady in Worcester, Ohio, that was just recently charged with, I think was it manslaughter? She was charged with manslaughter basically because she had a child. She was pregnant. She was 21 weeks and 5 days pregnant. And she went to the doctor because she started passing, clots. And when she went to the doctor, they told her that she was in the beginning stages of a miscarriage.
Yeah.
Her water broke prematurely, and the baby wouldn't survive. They told her that she would need to, that she was having like a spontaneous abortion. Okay. The hospital, they told her to come to the hospital to have her labor induced so that she could have because the baby didn't have a heartbeat. The baby had passed away in her stomach pretty much. She had made multiple trips to the hospital, and she was at the hospital. She was trying to be seen, and then she was unable to be seen. She had been waiting a long time in the waiting room. She was in pain. She actually left, went home, and she finished miscarrying in her bathroom stall in the toilet, right? And so she attempted to flush. Mind you, I want to say that I think she was like, she was 33, but she miscarried, and, she began to like
Flush the fetus down
flush
the
the fetus down the toilet. And so when this happened,
It was a big giant blood clot, so it wasn't.
it didn't look like a baby to her. It just looked like a blood clot, right? But it didn't go down. And so she ended up calling somebody to get the plug out, to fix it. And the police was called, and they charged her with a 5th-degree felony for abuse of a corpse and
Yeah.
punishable by a year in prison. Now, in the state of Ohio at this time, in order to be considered a fetus, a child had to be 22 weeks. She was like 21 weeks and 5 days. Okay. The baby had already died. But the baby was never born
Wasn't a
until
baby.
after the death of the child.
The fetus.
Hmm.
Fetus. If it can't survive without the mother, it's a fetus.
It's a fetus. So last month, it's been a lot of outrage because last month her case went to the grand jury, and it touched a firestorm about the treatment of pregnant women, and especially Black women, in the aftermath of this U.S. Supreme Court Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization decision that overturned Roe versus Wade, right? Which is basically you can't have an abortion. And she clearly had lost her baby already.
Mm-hmm.
Her body, in its wisdom, expelled the baby from her body.
Right.
Okay? And even in the midst of what she's going through at this time, she went back and forth to the doctor. She had been going through prenatal appointments. So this wasn't a woman who wasn't, was angry or upset or being careless about taking, her being pregnant, right? And this was a woman who probably was traumatized from being in pain and miscarrying for a multiple of 3 days, like going through labor, basically, for the total of 3 days, right? And back and forth to the hospital. They said she had been back and forth to the hospital several times, like over these 3 days. And they were sending her home, like, you got to go through the process type thing. So at the end of it all, in pain, hurt, I'm sure probably emotionally devastated from the fact that she's been going through the loss of her child for 3 days in her body. They decided to press charges. She, miscarried the baby. They know for a fact the baby had already died inside of her. But yet and still, they charged this woman with a 5th-degree felony over her body. And I am appalled by this.
Her body expelled a fetus. How can you charge somebody? She didn't do that on purpose.
It was not, and she is being charged for abuse of a corpse. And this to me is like a very slippery slope. I mean, like this woman, they're literally trying to send this woman who's already traumatized. She has no criminal record. She wasn't on drugs. She just was a woman who had a miscarriage. And they have charged her with a felony.
What are your thoughts out there? Put it in the chat. What are your thoughts, people? Because it has me disgusted. I want to know what you think. What do you think?
I just can't believe this is happening in this day and time. I just can't believe that something like this is happening in this day and time.
They wanted her to what? Squat over a shoebox, or what was she went to the back? If anyone knows, anyone has ever been pregnant and had a baby and went into went labor, it feels like you have to go to the bathroom. Like you're pushing out the biggest poop you ever had in your life. And you have to push. And she probably, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there, but I know those feelings. You go to the bathroom. Your instinct is to go to the bathroom. You got to go to the bathroom. I mean, I don't understand people's rationale. I just don't get it.
I just want to know why they felt the necessity to send this case to a grand jury.
And
I don't understand why we are wasting the court's time, the court's money. There's so many bigger, more serious incidents than something that nature decided.
Where to say it? It's just terrible.
They're actually sending this woman. She's actually in court. And this is not, the crazy part is this is like one of several stories. As I was reading this story, I pulled up a woman in Oklahoma was also charged with, she was actually convicted of a felony. She was on, I think, ADHD medicine. She was like maybe 14 or 15 weeks pregnant. She was like on ADHD medicine, and I guess it caused her to miscarry in some type of way. And they charged her with a crime because she had it in her system at the time. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Like, why are we going back to like the 60s and 70s? I would say even before that, when women had no rights over their body. How did we get here?
Oh, because they don't want us to have rights.
How did we get here? I'm sure that this woman was going through an emotional breakdown over the 3-day period of having this miscarriage. Her water broke. She's bleeding. She's in pain. I want to know why the hospital, the more outrageous incident to me is why the hospital kept sending her home.
That part.
Make it make sense. But you have enough time to file charges, a felony crime. She's literally in court, a person who's never been in trouble before. She's not a drug addict. She's just a regular woman who got pregnant and her body miscarried.
It's sad.
It's like if we don't speak up as women, like what is it gonna look like for I have daughters? What is it gonna look like for my child, my children? Like another woman, another case, she was literally about to die. But because the hospital, she was like, you need to remove the baby from my body. The baby is dead in her child was dead inside of her, but she was like 25 weeks or so, and they would not induce her or cause where she would dilate her, where she would have a spontaneous abortion. They would not do it because the doctors were scared. So you would allow this woman to lose her life? The person is here, an active member of society? What is going on? Like, it's outrageous. It's, you're absolutely right, Lori. It's sickening.
The women in government that passed these bills make me sick.
And it's like, and next week we're going to talk about why this keeps happening and why, like you said, the government and the politicians are allowing this to happen, because it is a reason behind it. Um, it's not because they care about life so much. It has nothing. It has to do with numbers. It has to do with numbers, and we're going to talk about it. Next week we have Casper C. He's going to come on. So, wait a minute. Speaking from a medical standpoint, a fetus isn't viable for 24 weeks. If a woman is miscarrying, there's nothing to be done. Exactly. Exactly. It was never even an issue whether or not the child was viable. They knew that the child had already passed away when her water broke. They did not find a heartbeat. They knew what happened. Can you tell us, Michelle, why a hospital would not keep her in the hospital? Like, why would they not keep her in the hospital? Why did they keep sending her home? I just don't understand that part. I don't understand why they kept sending her home. Her water broke. She's bleeding. She's miscarrying. Why would they send her home? Is that because of Roe versus Wade? Is it because the overturn of, is it because the hospital cannot do a DNC? They can't remove the child unless they're, or are they considered to be performing an abortion? I just don't, I don't understand that. And it's disturbing to me. Like, why are our rights as women into our own body being disregarded in such a way?
It always been that way.
It's like a setback. I mean, this is like a serious setback. It's like we're fighting for the things we already fought for.
Yep. It's sad. I mean, I'm just at no words right now with this because I'm just disgusted. I feel so sorry for that woman. Like, what I just feel so bad for her. Like, what she's going through. That's horrible. That's a horrible experience. And then because your body rejected, now you're arrested for something that you. I can't even get it out because
She's actually in trial.
It's
She's
disgusting.
actually in trial right now.
That's disgusting.
It's disgusting. And I just feel like we need to, and I just had to bring awareness to this story because it was so traumatizing to me as a woman when I read it. I just had to, I had to bring light to it. I could not let it go. I know it's a very sensitive subject to talk about because it's a lot of women who've miscarried, who are, you know, and that's a very, I mean, I have family who've miscarried like almost full term, people, friends of mine that miscarried full turn. Like they went back to get a heartbeat check, and then it had to actually deliver a child.
But
And
still,
that's a very traumatizing experience when you're excited, when you feel this baby moving on the inside of you. So then to turn around and you don't even understand the shock that she may have been going through. And for you to charge her and she's crying and she's like, because it was on the news, she's crying, she's upset, she's distraught, and now you made her feel like a villain. She's been being attacked. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So I don't want to end on such a sour and sad note, but it is that time to go. I have one more thing, another comment. I mean, I think that if you're and I get that, right? Because I did read that she went to the beauty salon instead of seeking medical attention. She probably was traumatized and in shock and going through whatever she was going through. But whatever she was going through, it was not a crime to me. It may have been weird. It may have been not the way to act, right? But it wasn't a crime, in my opinion. And how would you know how to act after going through something like this? Who knows how to act when you go through something so serious? I just don't think she did. So, but that is our time. Wind down Wednesday. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for all the comments, all the information. I like when you guys give us feedback. I like when you come on and you talk to us. You make the show amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. We couldn't do this without you. We're so appreciative. Next up, we got Menace DJs Christmas party.
Holiday party. December 23rd at the Mediterranean Party Center from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. If you haven't got your tickets, make sure you get your tickets because you do not want to miss this party. You can also pay at the door when you get in. It's a little bit inflation at the door. However, you can get your tickets now by inboxing me.
Or me.
Yep, Juicy. You can do that. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this party. You're gonna be mad if you miss this party.
It's gonna be awesome. It's all your favorite DJs. It's all the DJs of Cleveland that you love and you listen to on the radio. So you definitely want to be in the house. It's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a whole party. It's gonna be a movie, y'all. So we're excited. Like I said, we're doing a red carpet. We got who are some of the DJs that's gonna be there, Taj?
Oof. Okay, so it's 25 DJs. However, not everyone's spinning, but it's 25 of the hottest DJs in Northeast Ohio. I would say that. Let's say that much. There are some of them on the radio. You hear them every week. I'm gonna let you guess. I mean, I want y'all to come down and see because the DJ you thinking about is probably gonna be there. This is more like it's a DJ party. What not a better place to turn up and have fun when you got the hottest DJs in the building?
You definitely know it's going to be some good music. It's going to be some good vibes. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be safe. It's going to be fun. And it's going to be a party, y'all, for sure. So you can't miss that. Awesome, amazing event. I can't wait. I know I'm going to be dressed to impress.
Yep.
And I can't wait. We're going to do the red carpet. I'm doing the red carpet for Menace DJs. Us Menace DJs, we're doing a red carpet and with Casper C, the DJ Casper C, and I'm so excited about that. That's going to be so much fun, and I'm excited. So, and Casper C is going to come on next week.
Yeah, we got a great topic next week.
We got a great topic. I'm so excited for next week because we're going to really hit some very serious, pivotal information that we need to talk about in our community, what's going on in our community. This is like a very important subject.
Yeah.
So please tune in.
Mhm.
Please be a part of it. Thank you. If you have not already, please go like and subscribe to my YouTube, my Shell BB. Also, Facebook, YouTube, please go subscribe. JuCTalk, I appreciate you. And also, pretty soon, next year, at the beginning of the year, we're gonna have Rock the Crowd. That'll be immediately after this. And we got some good things in store for next year, don't we, Taj?
Yes, we do. Menace TJ's in the building. I'm telling you. Y'all don't
Minute
y'all want
TV.
y'all want us, right? Menace TV, Menace Radio. Y'all want to roll with us. Because we what's up? Y'all want to roll with us. Also, I want to say to y'all, if y'all have any suggestions on wines, stuff that we should try, any topics you want to talk about, make sure y'all inbox Juicy because we want to hear what you think, what your suggestion is. Hey, it may not be something that we ever heard that might be fire. We want to try it. Also, we'll be putting links in the chat. Sometimes you can join us. You have something you want to talk about. We're talking about something. You want to comment on it. You can comment by video. We'll put the link in the chat and you can come on with us.
Absolutely. And you can't beat that because I know we all got something to talk about, y'all. And sometimes we want to know what y'all think too. So definitely you can always come on. We thank you again for another amazing show. We appreciate you all. And it's been a party. JuCTalk. Peace.